Hey guys, real quick, I have new merch, and also there's a big sale going on in my merch store right now until December 1st, and 4 random orders during the sale are going to receive one of the physical drawings that I did in the fake AI video. So if you want to check out the new merch or get some discounted merch, then head on over to dannygonzalez.store, and now here's the video. Fashion changes fast. Like really fast. Looking at this picture of myself wearing a V-neck and cargo shorts feels like looking into an old photograph from the 1910s where like everybody in it is dead now. But believe it or not, this picture was only taken 2 weeks ago. That's how fast fashion trends change. Remember that weird t-shirt I was wearing at the beginning of this intro? I've already thrown it into a landfill. That's how fast fashion trends change. Styles change so quickly over the years, it feels impossible to predict what is going to be popular next year, let alone like 30 years from now in say 2050, which is scary to me because by then I'm gonna be old, I'm gonna be falling out of style, but luckily, some experts think they've already figured it out. I found a few articles claiming to predict what the fashion of the future will look like. And if I can just buy all that stuff now, then I can become the ideal man of the future today. So my goal is to go through each of these 3 articles and craft one outfit based on what each one predicts. That way I can cover all my bases no matter what the future looks like. And then we can decide together which future we would most like to live in. Okay, this is an article on a website called Dream Zone, and it's called 2050, the fashion of the future. Adaptable wearable technology. Most of us will live close to the printing house or have a 3D printer at home. Huh? What is this about everybody living close to the printing house? Like Kinko's? I do mess with the idea of 3D printed clothing though, that's kind of sick. The idea that everything you own can fit perfectly because it's like 3D printed, custom to your body, is kind of cool. Socks will recycle themselves. Wearing for a few days and discarding will become a thing of the past. I don't do that currently. Wearing for a few days and then discarding? We don't do that. That's something that you do. You made that up. Fashion trends will not get banned, but it will be made from paper so that everything which is old can be dropped off to domestic recycling. So what I'm getting from this article, 3D printed clothes and recyclable clothes. When I Googled 3D printed clothes, I came across this company called Zellerfield that makes 3D printed shoes specifically designed for your exact feet using scans of your dogs that you send them. They have a bunch of different models of shoe. This one's got a face on it. Actually, it's got 2 faces on it. It's got one on the front and one on the back. Voldemort ass shoe. Incredible feel, fused 3D lattice with no stitching, glue, or weak points. That actually is kind of cool. So there's no stitching. It's just all assembled basically together. It's all one solid piece. Kind of like a Croc. Are these just Crocs? Easy to clean, breathable, machine washable, and odor resistant. It's breathable? It looks like a big solid chunk of rubber. I don't know what the consistency of this shoe is gonna be, but I guess there's only one way to find out. The process of scanning my feet was a little bit different than I anticipated. I wasn't so much scanning my feet, so much as taking one very specific picture of both my feet next to a piece of computer paper. To find some more kind of eco-friendly clothes like this article was talking about, I Googled clothes of the future and found this company Volbat. They make a shirt called the wooden t-shirt. This is the first t-shirt to be built from wood and colored with wood. Now it looks like a pretty normal shirt, so I guess they figured out some kind of way to make fabric out of wood, which is pretty cool. Unless this is all like an illusion and this really is just carved out of wood. I guess he's not moving that much in these pictures. What if it is just like a stiff board of wood and it actually doesn't have a back either, so you just put it on like a chest plate. So I'm gonna order a medium wooden shirt. Lastly, I found some compostable underwear. These are just boxers made out of 100% cotton, which means that if you put them in a composter, they will turn back into dirt. Made by nature and designed to return to nature in 90 days. You can soil them and turn them into soil. Add to cart. This article, What Will Fashion Be Like 20 Years From Now, is from the BBC, and it introduced me to a pretty interesting concept. The project hints at a future where we will all be able to download content to our clothing viewable through AR glasses and present ourselves differently to everyone around us. So the clothes of the future could be no clothes at all. We're all just wearing like AR glasses, and that's projecting the clothes onto us. I guess this would cut down on clothes waste. A ton of clothing every year is thrown into landfills, but if all the new stylish clothes was digital, there really wouldn't be as much waste. That is, if you don't take into account the AR glasses that we're all going to be wearing, and how a new one will probably come out like every 6 months that have electronic components in them, and then those will be the things ending up in landfills. And also, we do still have to wear some clothes. right? Or is the future just gonna be like people walking around looking like Fortnite characters in our AR glasses, but in reality, they're just naked? The most interesting part about this is that I actually found a company that offers this service already. It's called DressX. I actually found it because Sophia Nygaard made an entire video where she dressed up in outfits from this service for a week, and it's super interesting. You can buy clothes, digital clothes, from this website, and then you can try them on virtually. I guess you upload an image of yourself that you want to be wearing the outfit, and then you pay $20 for them to basically Photoshop you into the outfit. And it looks a little bit realistic. Yo, look at this, the Neo suit. I feel like when I upload this, they have to decide how big my ass is. Okay, I'm actually kind of liking these, dude. Whoa, look how big that hat is. Dude, that's crazy. Maybe I want to go with this one. It's $100 for this whole outfit, which could be worth it, depending on how it turns out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. This article is called Fashion Trend Predictions. What will clothes look like in 100 years? Fashion in the future might be entirely different to anything we can predict. Okay, so they're basically starting off by being like, we have no clue. Everything in this article is probably wrong. Formulated after the sleek form of smartphones and other tech devices, the fashion industry may be heading towards the use of futuristic looking clothing. Okay, so our fashion in the future will be based on smartphones, which are something that we have today and probably like won't have in the same form 100 years in the future. Also, that sounds terrible. I don't want to dress like my phone. I'm all metal and gray. I have a giant speaker right here and a giant microphone down there. Okay, this one also says clothing designed for VR glasses. So I'm thinking VR glasses are gonna be a big thing in the future as well. So maybe I should incorporate that into this outfit too. I mean, I guess glasses with like a camera on them does kind of correspond to the whole smartphone theme. The use of artificial intelligence in the fashion industry may end up having the ability for clothing to change colors, temperature, and size. Wait, doesn't that already exist? I swear I've bought a shirt from like a gift shop on vacation before that changed colors if I was in the sun. Okay, so for this version of the future, here's what I found. Some augmented reality sunglasses. I didn't even know technology was this far, first of all. AR technology? They can just make them in sunglasses now? You can just sit down with your sunglasses and be in front of a giant theater screen. Why does this feel like this is a scam or something? It has 1,500 ratings and it has good reviews. So I'm gonna get them, honestly. I'm honestly kind of just curious and I want to try them. Next up, remember how I said giant speaker right here? Giant speaker right here. This is a Bluetooth hat. Plays music out of it. It's only $15. It's incredible. And then I don't know, like a color changing shirt, but maybe I can get some kind of like metallic pants or something to go along with it. And that'll kind of complete the look. With 3 futuristic outfits chosen, it was time to start testing them to see which future I would most like to live in. Here we go. This is the hat. Warning, to avoid danger of suffocation, please keep this bag away from babies and children. When you take the hat out of the bag, there should also be a warning. It should be like, now don't use this hat near anyone else. Don't use this in public around any other people. It's gonna weird them out. It's also gonna be super annoying. My initial impression of a lot of these products was not great. Connected. Yes. Sound quality did not sound good, guys. I have to say that does not bode well for the test of this. The color changing shirt was super confusing. My hot breath would make it change colors, but when I would put my hot hand on it for like a minute straight, it wouldn't. What the hell? It barely changed color at all. How hot is my breath that did it and nothing else does? Oh, yeah, okay, so this is the robot onesie that I ordered. Onesie? Is that the right word? Like, that's the word for a baby outfit that's all one thing. Is that like that for people too? Or like adults? People? I know it's like that for babies, but what about like humans? Human beings? But what I'm most interested in trying is these AR glasses. So let's get the whole outfit on and see how they work. Ah, whoa! Holy shit. Oh my God. Whoa, that's actually kind of cool. So my whole laptop screen is like suddenly appeared in my glasses. No matter where I look now I just see my laptop screen.
You can fully see it on the camera. you can't see your eyes anymore. You just see
my laptop screen.
Of your laptop screen.
Wait, that gives me an idea. Hold on. So you can see perfectly what's on my screen?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. How do I look? I didn't realize when I bought these that it seems like you have to have them plugged into your laptop or phone in order to use them. So it's not like you can just be walking around watching the new Mr. Beast video as you walk down the street. You have to be carrying a laptop with you too. But I do think that there is a real use case for this outfit. With all this potential for stimulation strapped to my body, I can become like a permanent iPad baby. So I turned on a food theory video, I started blasting some futuristic music out of my hat, and started playing some stimulating videos of kinetic sand on my glasses. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. The image of the kinetic sand is way bigger than the TV. So there's like a one TV with matte pad on it, and then a way bigger translucent TV with kinetic sand playing. I can't really imagine a use case for these glasses. It's pretty awful, actually. So much stimulation that everywhere I look, all I see is kinetic sand being cut. And it's also kind of making me nauseous. So I think I'm gonna go get some water. Luckily, today's video is sponsored by AirUp, which is a great and unique way to meet your daily water requirements. You see, guys, while you just fill up your AirUp with regular old tap water that your government provides for you, when you put on a scent pod and you activate it like so, pop it right into place, suddenly the water has taste to it. And I'm talking good taste. This scent pod I got on here is raspberry lemon. So when I drink through my AirUp, air travels into the scent pod, out through the nozzle, and into my mouth, creating a flavor experience like I'm actually drinking something flavored like raspberry lemon. But it's not actually adding any chemicals to the water. I like this because I like drinking a lot of water, but sometimes water can be a little bit boring. I want to spice it up with a little bit of flavor, but I don't like adding in chemicals, sweeteners, artificial sweeteners to my drinks. This doesn't add in anything, it just adds in scent. It's science, and it just seems like you're tasting raspberry lemon, which is a pretty good flavor. And guys, it's the season of giving, so what better time to give a family member or a loved one a gift with taste? Which is why, Jake, actually, I have a surprise for you.
What?
For doing such a good job filming this video right now, I got you this.
Oh my god!
And there's actually an AirUp in here too, it's not just the box. So there you go. And I also got you your favorite flavor, cherry, to go along with it.
Oh my god, that's my favorite flavor to go along with it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, sorry.
AirUp is a great gift for anyone who likes to drink water, which is everybody because you need water to survive. And from November 20th to the 27th, you can save up to 40% on all orders. That's because they've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals going on right now, and it is their biggest sale ever. So if you want to check it out and get a family or friend or a loved one a gift with taste this year, click the link in the description. Get up to 40% off on all orders. And now, so I was just watching more videos about AirUp on here. So cool. Thanks to AirUp for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. For the virtual outfit, before I even purchase it, I have to take the picture that I want them to Photoshop me in, because that's part of the checkout process, is uploading that picture. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Now the outfit is so kind of edgy and dangerous looking that I gotta pick a cool location for it. So that's why I'm out and about. I have to find a cool location for it. The big issue with that is that the top is like a mesh top, which would usually be worn with nothing underneath, so that you could kind of see, you know, my belly button, my nipples, whatever. But if I'm looking for a cool location, that's gonna be a public location, and if I'm in public, I'm not gonna be walking around taking pictures with my shirt off. Filming in public is already embarrassing enough. I don't need to take my shirt off. But look, I'm wearing like kind of a skin-colored shirt. Maybe they can just Photoshop my shirt off anyway and give me like rock hard abs. That would be sick. So I'm just gonna take a picture and send it to them and see what they do. I'm just wearing regular clothes. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt and shoes. And so I'm just gonna try to find like an edgy location to take a picture of myself. Well, I took a little walk and I looked around and I found this. A skate park. Also the smallest bleachers I've ever seen to watch people at the skate park. Guess they're not anticipating like a ton of spectators at this skate park. It's actually kind of sad. Yeah, only 4 people are gonna be watching you at a time here, man. All right, don't get too excited. So I think this is about as edgy as it gets, really. I think I can kind of be leaned up against the fence here, contemplating my life. The description on the website also said that this outfit is supposed to represent like a post-apocalyptic Nordic archipelago or something. An archipelago is like a cluster of islands, and I don't know if anything quite exemplifies a dystopian archipelago quite like a skate park. So let's take this picture. There's There's also people on the roof behind me. I hope they're not watching me film this. Are they watching me? It took me a little bit to figure out exactly what kind of person wears this outfit, but after a few pictures, I think I figured it out. And once I got the picture I desired, I sent it to DressX, and within 2 business days, I had my finished photo. Okay, let's go ahead and see this photo. This link looks unusual. Be sure you trust the link before you open it. What do you mean unusual? Seems like a pretty normal link to me. Do you think Google Chrome can see the photo? You're not gonna want to open this picture, dude. The picture in this link looks very unusual. Okay, very, very interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. This is... Wow. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm wearing the outfit. I'll give them that. I like that they left my Apple Watch on. And my shirt. This has got to be the dorkiest anyone's ever looked in this outfit. I sent the picture to Laura. I was worried she was going to say it looked super fake and also would hate the outfit. But it turns out she loves it. Eventually, I'm going to post this picture on Instagram to see what everybody thinks. But before I do that, I have to get pictures of the other outfits too. So without further ado, here's the next outfit. All right, well, it's been a month since the last part of the video that you just watched. Our son arrived about 2 weeks early, so I had a little bit less time to film this video than I thought. Whoops! So yeah, I'm a dad now. I've been taking the past month off of social media and just like taking a break from filming and stuff, just to hang out and get to know the little guy. He's awesome. He's very chill so far. Does a lot of sleeping, does a lot of pooping. And all in all, it's probably been the best month of my life. This has been fantastic. It's been amazing. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing great. The delivery went great. About as good as you could ask for, honestly. But being that I am a dad now, I do kind of have to reevaluate my content, you know? I have a son to raise. Do I really care about becoming like the trendiest man 30 years from now? My son's gonna be 30 years old in 2050. Okay? Or something like that. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Or do I really want to be worried about keeping up with the hottest trends of the future? Yes. Of course I do. Even more so now. This child is a very cool child. And you can bet he's gonna have cool friends with even cooler dads. You know they're gonna be showing up to birthday parties in the hottest 3D printed shoes and the stiffest wooden t-shirts, all right? So if I don't get ahead of the curve now, I'm gonna be a laughingstock amongst this boy's friends and their dads. Which is why I've got this one last outfit here before me, and I think this is really gonna be the one that takes the cake. So I unboxed the biodegradable boxers. Oh yeah, these'll fit just fine. I unboxed the wooden t-shirt. First impressions? It does not feel like a shirt. Even my dog's natural instincts are like, ooh, that's a stick. Must fetch shirt. And I unboxed the 3D printed shoes and this hat. Whoa. Okay, they also sent me a hat. This very cool hat. Buy my shoes on Zellerfield.com. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't send them pictures of my head. How did they know how big my head is? Wow, dude. Okay, look at this. Wowee, man. These shoes impressed me from the moment I took them out of the box. They are breathable. Yeah, I can. That's actually kind of crazy. Wait, how does that work? And they fit pretty well. At first. Huh, well... My toe ends about here, so there's like this much space at the end of the shoe, but I actually think that that is kind of how you want shoes to be, because you don't want your toe rubbing up against the front of the shoe, so, okay. Why do I look like old-timey in this shoe? With this long sock and my pants ending there. I look like a pilgrim or something. For whatever reason, the left one is a little bit more uncomfortable. Let me stand up and just, yeah, I can definitely still feel that a little bit. You know what? No, I think these are too big. I actually think they are too big in the toes. I feel like I've got a lot of extra space there. But I wouldn't know the full extent of it until I put the full outfit on to test. The very first thing I noticed is that when I put this shirt on, it was like weirdly cold. Like usually when you put clothes on, it warms you up right away, but the shirt has like a weird cooling effect to it. And it's like, it just feels cold on my body. Does it feel cold to the touch to you? Yeah. Yeah, it's like frigid. Is wood supposed to be cold? I guess it does kind of feel the same temperature as this door. Take that as you will, I suppose. The shirt is very stretchy. It's this weird combination of stretchy and stiff, which doesn't sound like would be possible, those two things together. But it is kind of stiff and like starchy, I guess I would say. It's kind of just like crispy. Wait, why is it white there? Does this shirt change color too? Or did I just fuck it up somehow? The shoes, now I gotta be honest, I don't really feel like they fit that good. As I step, like it kind of feels like my heel could come right out of the back of the heel a little bit. I mean, you can for sure see that there's a good amount of space there. I'm worrying a little bit more every day about what they did with those pictures of my feet, if not make shoes that fit properly. You're like, sick, something we can jerk off to when we make this guy's shoes. The boxers are pretty comfortable, I will say. I put them on, I was like, I'm gonna wear these again. Rest assured, they are on. If you were to plant me in a pot of soil for 90 days, let's just say I wouldn't be wearing underwear anymore. And I'd also be very cold and wet. I decided to do a little bit of light jogging to see how the shoes would feel in action. Oh no, these have really bad grip. Let me try on sidewalk real quick. Let me see if I can race it. There's not a lot of grip on the bottom of these shoes, so when I was running on this gravel path, I kind of felt like I was like a cartoon character that like starts running for a little bit before they actually start moving. I will say that the issues with the fit are still ringing true. These feel very loose, especially on the heel, which when you're running is not what you want. They look like clogs. They look like old wooden Dutch clogs that they would wear in the old days. It looks like someone painted them blue, honestly, and put a face on them for some reason. Shirt hasn't gotten any warmer. It is cold outside. It's only 50 degrees out right now, so, you know, I guess I didn't expect it really to warm up, but it's cold to the touch. Like every time I touch the sides of my body with my arms, I'm like, ugh. And that's no way. You shouldn't feel like that when you touch your own body. Boxers still feel good, honestly. If I shit myself right now, I'd have no problems taking them off and just planting them right there. Maybe come back in 20 years and see a beautiful oak tree in its place. That joke's only funny if you know that I eat a lot of oak seeds. Yeah, I guess that's really all there is to this outfit. So guess I'm gonna go hit the dusty trail. To get a definitive answer as to which outfit is the best futuristic outfit, I decided to post each of them on Instagram and let my audience decide. This is gonna be such a weird thing to post right now. As of right now, I haven't posted anything since our son was born, so I've just posted that we had a baby, and then the next post is like me like, ah, in the scariest outfit you've ever seen. Yeah, maybe I should just caption something really ominous, like things have changed. Rate my fits, and then maybe some kind of little fashion emoji. The hell? Why are these the emojis that come up when you search fashion? It's a scroll and 2 fountain pens. Hello? Okay, it's been about 20 hours since I posted the pictures. Let's go ahead and see what people think about the future of fashion. Hat's not wide enough. Thank you for that, Drew. Whoa, okay, I'm actually getting a decent amount of positive responses. Love the pants, so cute, yes, cool. First one goes hard. First one is so fire. It seems like most people are talking about the first outfit. Dude became the Hat Man. Whoa. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I do kind of look like the Hat Man. You guys know that mythical sleep paralysis demon, the Hat Man? Dude, I've always wanted to be the Hat Man. This is awesome. I can't wait to start appearing in people's dreams like this. This is gonna be so cool. This is the only comment I've seen so far wondering if the first outfit is fake. Is that Dress X I see? So this person knows that Dress X exists and they think this might be a Dress X outfit. Good eye. This person must study the Dress X catalog religiously. The robot leggings are a 6 out of 10, the hat and heels 8. All right, guys, well, I think my intuitions might have been right. I was kind of feeling like the virtual clothes would be the way of the future, and it looks like I was right. From now on, I'm only gonna be wearing virtual clothes.